们还有许多弱势族群找不到地方住的时候，作为全球长照制度标杆的北欧国家，几乎是另一个世界。他们的安养机构除了提供基本的照护之外，在住民抵达之前，还会先进行研究和各种实验，了解他们的心理需求和不同的生活习惯。种种贴心的做法，让安养机构不只有硬体，还多了人性。透过独立特派员的观察，带您实地来看看北欧长照制度成功的秘诀。
在丹麦哥本哈根生活实验室，汤马斯搬来玩具，为设计新护理之家找答案。
This gate, right? So it's more like this nursing home is like built on that core, from that core idea of what is important. Is it like this nursing home is about what you described, accepting and appreciating the difference between people.
新一代安养机构研发，希望住民活得有意义，而照顾者乐于工作。
It's a qualifying process. It's a process for qualified answers, qualified solutions that is built on a systematic gathering and processing of information on human issues, right?
So we invite users to give us feedback on our concept in order to qualify it even more. And we can do that several times, so it narrows it.
这样也避免盖文字馆。丹麦2次大战后致力发展现代化老人服务设计，从机构化到在地老化，成为北欧与日本等多国参考。近年又翻新。
If you look at a traditional nursing home in Denmark, you'll find that they are built like 10 or 12 people in each unit. Now, in a nursing home, there could be 4 or 5 units, and their life and work will be in these smaller units. You make this in, well, it's quite an old, we call it the Danish model. It's about 30 years old by now. And the reason you made this in that time was you would like to have quite an intimate, quite familiar way of life, and you had to be not so many people living together. But in our house nursing home, we have one unit, you can say, with 77 residents.
研究显示，从退休失去位分到失能丧偶，社会连结和觉得活下去的意義和價值很重要。新機構必須回應期待。例如，向来喜欢在海边居住的吴爱莲女士，觉得窗外有海边才能带来艺术創作靈感。去年因为方便朋友往来彼此照顾而搬到另一个市郊，也许别人觉得房子很好，但并不是他所最期待的。
这里很美，但是太美，对，真的，好像他们弄得很好，有那个博物馆啊，什么什么的那个 Frederiksborg Castle and so it's very beautiful, but it's。
但是你最喜欢的不是这个，
对，
你最喜欢的是海边。每一位老人各有不同在意之处，因此让有限的资源运用对应到使用者的期待，是新一代老人照顾住宅和护理之家设计努力的方向。在教育开放、鼓励广博思考能力的丹麦，设计护理之家未必只有护理、社工或医师才能参与。汤马斯是前丹麦公共电视节目总监，以玩具为工具，邀人类学和行销专家一起规划。
And you will have 10 minutes to build your model.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. 以筹设新一代华人护理之家为例，先要测试者2分钟随选20个积木，用5分钟堆一个动物。
Could you please explain your animal?
Tiger. Tiger.
It's a tiger?
Yeah.
The tail of the tiger, the eyes of the tiger, and the mouth of the tiger.
Yeah, and this is the head.
Please tell a little bit more about the tiger.
These two colors stimulate me to think about.
So that's the stripes in the skin of the tiger.
Yeah.
And then I think 丽莎做了长颈鹿，这时逐步导入正轨。
So now I want you to use your figures to explain about a marriage.
Marriage.
A marriage between. So how is a marriage between two people?
I think the marriage is, I'll see these figures, I'll disregard about this as a giraffe, but the figure is two people here, and then always I think it's very difficult that in the marriage where the husband and wife, they can continue growing in terms of knowledge or everything. Always one is behind, but have to be some kind of balance that where they can meet each other because they have different habit and different thinking. So where they meet each other, then they start from two. They're always two different people and one place to meet each other, then they can grow together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Mm-hmm. Very beautiful. Thank you. So the legs here illustrates
different images,
different people and like enable them to meet and have you ever seen a giraffe walking?
Yes.
Yes, so it's it's a complicated process of getting a marriage to work. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
接着探讨兄弟姐妹关系，又自取20到40个积木，表现孝顺。
But what you have to do is stop the worry because the fence normally in Taiwan nobody use fence, it's just wall. But if you have a fence, it's already people think it must be a big garden or like big place.
With this one, you say you make sure not to give them any burden.
Yeah.
Do you give them something else? Also,
no.
In showing them this, is there anything else you feel that you give them, except for the not worrying them or?
Yeah, well, I know my parents. They probably go home and say, oh yeah, she's doing well to show off maybe. Parents always show off their own kids. Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm doing well, but I just say if I show my parents that they will say, okay, my daughter's doing well in the benches.
So this is the feeling of what?
一步步探测，发现许多点子。例如，家人能一起吃晚饭是落实孝道，再引导受测者拓展到对社会普遍价值的看法，并归纳总结。
If I was in the solution mode, I would start to consider, one thing is that family dinner is a good thing, but how could I promote? Should we create packages of food to share the preparation of family dinner, or should we create plays or games that allow people to actually sit at the family dinner table and not just eat the food and run away? So a number of issues could be investigated in order to support this basic idea about increasing the attractiveness of family dinner or expanding the idea of family dinner, allowing for intergenerational contact.
这只是整个流程最前端。
Katja is going to China for 4 months. In her work to understand pity in how it has developed in China, to talk to people and to experience their everyday life.
Very important. Not just talking.
Not just talking.
Looking and being a part of the everyday life that you're trying to understand.
这栋未来护理之家就是根据线索建造，所有的规划设计都自有一番道理。You can go to the library, but what is big different that you design here compared to all the people go to the library to learn?
Yeah, but it's not. The difference is not the design of this. The difference is that it is here, part of the nursing home. So instead of making everything move outside the nursing home, we take activities into the nursing home, allowing people from outside to get in and thereby creating like a connection to outside life, so you do not feel isolated in the same way.
安宁照顾的公共空间也有所本。
When you're not thinking that well, or when you lose some of your memory, the sensory input in itself can help you to remember who you are. And this is like a room created to stimulate the senses, so you can be at ease. You can enjoy the view. You can enjoy the light. There's some music you can enjoy, like sound. In that way, trying to help people to get more out of or be connected to their sensory inputs, and by doing that, like regaining some strength, some life, some presence in the moment, and being like alive, feeling that you are alive.
放秘密了。
就是最典型丹麦的旧家具。
个人房间内必定预留老人可摆最增强认同归属物品的空间。
Hans bedstefar, on March 22nd, 911, it was investigated this, and he found some bills. Found some bills. 1831.
Wow.
It's in Old Danish, so I'm not sure I can read it.
We should ask Grundtvig.
Yeah, oh yes, Grundtvig will know, I think. Oh, it's about 1830. I don't know what it is, but it's an original.
从空间规划到引进科技，也会先问问照顾者，而不是买来才勉强大家接受。
går op helt, og i vores og så kommer vi ind, og så så vi mig og mine kolleger, vi bliver 2.
厕所有洗衣机，也不是空想浪费。
Because the elderly that was participating in developing the nursing home of the future told us that they would like to have their own clothes washed in their own washing machine, and that's I think logic, yes. But not everywhere it is like that. And the relatives told us it could be nice when they were here to visit their mother and father, or father, they could help them doing the laundry.
硬体到位，员工观念也要配合。从面谈就讲清楚，人人不能以做好现在的工作为满足。
I think we learn new things every day, and that's very important because when you say, well, now we cannot learn anymore, then things are going in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, I'm sure.
生活实验室派员驻点服务。
But then we have to take them at a daily basis and talk about them and see, okay, what can we do to exactly suit this kind of preference or behavior or this kind of wishes. I think the staff members, they have a very important role to play because they know the residents. They have a special knowledge about them. They know how they feel, how they think, and this communication is very important.
就是老人的回忆一生就集中在了。其实我公公也有一个这个东西，里面都是他一生最重要。他走到哪，那这个柜子就到哪里，很典型的。
这栋护理之家2014年春天开幕，到今天已經滿床。
Det er det, man forventer noget nyt.
Ja.
Jamen altså.
Som din lejlighed, eller hvad?
Jamen, nej, jeg føler det som et hjem.
Ja.
The best thing is you. And normally it is quiet here. Jeg kan godt sige, toiletforholdene, de er perfekte.
We didn't really know if they liked it. Now, when they moved in in about 5 months ago, now we know, and that's okay.
未来护理之家能领先趋势，贴近人性，前端的功夫不可少。他国若想便宜行事，就砸钱复制后端成品，却未必达成一样的效果。